here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
All right, and I saw this one here. The Seahawks defense versus the New York Giants offense. Oh yeah. As I said, the Seahawks defense has been is nicked up. They're definitely nicked up. So if the Giants are going to have a chance, it might be huge for in this game, especially they're going to score some points. As I said, I would be shocked if the Seahawks wind up scoring like 17 points or something. I would be shocked, right? Especially, because of the injuries we have in our secondary. Might be very difficult to try to stop Geno Smith in that passing attack. But so we have a look at the Seattle Seahawks defense. Now, one of the things I did say is that I think they so far this season, I think it's on passes that are 20 aerial yards or farther down the field. The Seahawks defense has a passer rating of giving a 2.5. It means they don't give up stuff deep. They do not give up anything deep. A lot of stuff is in front of them. Like what it was, I think it was Williams caught the pass with the Lions. Goff hit him over the middle, and he took it all the way. But that was it might have been 20 yards or something like that. But he hit it and he took it all the way. It wasn't like a long bomb down the sideline or not like that. But a lot, for the most part, they give up maybe stuff underneath, but they don't let stuff get over them. So the Giants might have a very difficult time this week of trying to hit anything really deep, right? Because Seattle keeps their guys back. Boye Mafe missed this past week's game against the Lions, but he had been one of the more effective pass rushers in the NFL through the first 3 weeks of the season. Injuries have eaten up the Seahawks defensive line, but when healthy, they've been very productive. So it's one of the things you're going to have to wait and see. Former Giant Leonard Williams and rookie Byron Murphy also missed the game with the Lions, meaning that the Seahawks were missing guys who produced 35 pressures. That's another one of the reasons why the Lions just walked up and down the field. Jared Goff was 18 for 18 passing. It's unclear at this point who will be returning and who won't be available this weekend, but if any of the consistent contributors return, the Giants' offensive line will have its hands full. Tyrell Dodson has been the only linebacker to appear in all 4 games and played significant snaps there, as there's been another case of the injury bug throughout the linebacker room. Secondary is king, with Tariq Woolen, Devin Witherspoon, Trey Brown, Julian Love, Rashawn Jenkins handling the majority of the snaps there. Witherspoon is one of the starters on the outside, but when the Seahawks shift to a nickel defense, he's a player who slides into the nickel, with Brown lining up on the outside. Love, obviously formerly of the Giants, but since joining the Seahawks, he's taken the next step in his development as an all-around defensive back. He's taking this next step. I don't know what moron wrote this. No, he was all over the field with the Giants defense too. I don't know who wrote this. Love has been a Swiss Army knife, which he was with. I mean, that's why Judge called him duct tape, because you could put Love anywhere and he would fix the problem. Anywhere in the secondary, you could put Julian Love. So I don't know this guy. At the end of the day, it's about working as a unit. Right now, few defenses have the chemistry that the Seahawks have on the back end. But like I said, these guys, some of them were nicked up. McDonald is part of the new age defensive coaching that relies heavily on cover 3 and quarter coverages in zone over cover 1, playing man coverage. So there's a lot of guys deep. The Seahawks on a blitz-happy defense because they don't need to be to generate pressure. Mafe, Hall, Williams, Jones, and Reed all have been pass rush threats when healthy. When the Seahawks do blitz, they actually send Witherspoon from the slot more than anyone else. Their pass rush plan is to use all of their available tools, including creepers and simulate pressures, but not limited to them. What McDonald has done from a defensive scheme perspective is something that many have tried to do, but few, if any, have succeeded. Many modern defensive coordinators aim for cover 3 quarters and cover 1 defense that generates pressure and is capable of coming up to make tackles and force punts. Last time Dable and McDonald faced off, the Giants beat the Ravens by attacking underneath and using the run game to set up manageable conversions. It was 2 years ago when the Giants beat the Ravens at MetLife. This time around, I think the catch and run opportunities will be less fruitful considering the physicality of the secondary. But I think the run game could be more effective. But then again, we were kind of hoping and thinking and praying that the run defense, the run offense for the Giants would be more effective last week against the Cowboys. But how wrong we could be, right? Seahawks run defense is still average, but their pass defense has been one of the best in the NFL this season. Giants will need to run the ball more effectively than they have so far. Seattle edges have been weak against the run, so testing out the waters, this should be a focal point of the offense. So, I definitely think without question, as time goes by, it is what it is. It doesn't matter to me. If the Seahawks stay healthy or get healthy or not or whatever. But, they will certainly be, if they can ever get healthy and get a majority of their guys back, they're decent on defense and they have a very good offense. They will certainly be one of the teams to certainly reckon with. Now, in that division there, the Rams, it's still early. A lot of things can happen, but the Rams don't, look overly unbelievable. The Cardinals don't look unbelievable. So the Seahawks will have a very good chance of making the playoffs, right? Once again, if they can stay healthy, right? Yes, they're certainly a good team to reckon with. Now, it'd be interesting to see how many of the guys actually playing this weekend against the Giants. The Giants, it's easy to say, but can't have the turnovers, can't throw the pick sixes like Danny Dimes did last year against Seattle. Well, I'm talking about going against the Seattle's defense. Have to try to be able to run the ball. But one of the hugest things, obviously, is you got to stay in the game, right? Because if you're down 24-3 or something like that, you can't really run the ball. They'll let you run the ball. Sure, if you want to turn around, hand the ball off and get 7 yards, okay, yeah, we'll give you 7 yards. We'll get the clock, keep running. You're down by 3 touchdowns. Clock's running. You got 7 yards. Okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, you want to run it for 5, 6, 7 yards all the way down the field and chew up 8 minutes of clock? Okay, yeah, well, right. So you have to pass the ball. So I have to stay in the game. And once again, it's so easy, so much easier said than done. Especially in Seattle, the land of the 12th man. It's a very difficult place to play. But the Giants will have a very difficult time hitting anything deep. Right. So a lot of it's going to have to be the short. Maybe a screen pass, the intermediate stuff, and get the running game going. And it'll also be, could be quite important for Daniel Jones. There's nothing much more demoralizing to a defense, right? They get first down, they hold you to an incomplete pass. Second down, you run the ball and you get 3 yards. Now it's 3rd and 7, right? The defense is pounding their chest and all that stuff. They got you in a 3rd and 7 situation. There's nothing more demoralizing than, if Daniel Jones sees a lane, just take off, get 7 yards, slide down, get the first down, keep the chains moving. If Daniel Jones could do that, that would be huge. I'm not saying he needs to take off and try to run and get 30 or 40 yards, but keep the chains moving, take off and get some first down yards if you can, right? But overall, as I said, offense and defense, this is going to be a very, very difficult game for the Giants. The Giants are going to need to score some points. They can't shoot themselves in the foot. It's going to be very, very difficult, especially, I said it, With the injuries we have in our secondary, it's going to be very tough to cover their trio of wide receivers. And Geno Smith is doing a phenomenal job this year. It's going to be very difficult. He's averaging almost 300 yards a game passing. It's going to be very tough to slow him down. Right? We need pressure up the middle from Dexter. We need pressure from the corners with Kayvon and Bernsey. We're going to need to keep Geno in the pocket. Right? You got to play the games, right? That's why they play the games. If they knew who was going to win, if they knew this, they wouldn't even bother playing the games. But on any given Sunday, any given team can beat any team, all that stuff. So, can the Giants win? Absolutely, but they're going to need a lot of things to go their way. And I have a hard time seeing where they're going to just shut the Seattle offense down. The Giants are going to need to score some points, obviously, but they're not going to do it by kicking field goals. They're going to need to, score some touchdowns, and that's something that they were not able to do against the Dallas Cowboys. But they better do it this weekend if they have any hopes of winning a football game. All right, guys, it's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching the replays, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah.